Oh, well, now it's definitely freaking bright out here. Alright, hope you having a legendary grand day. I just took like a 20-minute nap because I just freaking was tired or whatever. But I'm up for the rest of the day now. But, man, okay. Well, how do we start things off? Well, let's put it like this, okay? This is going to be part 2 of the whole thing. This one's more going to be on Andrew because I can't find Greeny Weirdo and I'm not going to look it up. I'd searched him in my followers because I know him and Andrew were following me. And obviously Andrew stopped following me because he wanted to talk trash because he didn't understand my channel, which now, looking at his previous messages, I do remember that he said that. I'm not going to memorize everything everybody says, so, I don't remember that. He said that in our conversations, including our other conversations that we had. And funny enough, none of them had messaged me about collaborating or anything. It had to been me to message them, so I guess it wasn't that serious, and they didn't actually want to freaking succeed in what they were doing, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, so this all started yesterday. I did a video, or this morning, sorry. I did a video talking about the situation with this gamer group, not the little gamer group, but another gamer group that basically is just a copy and paste of Vanoss Gaming and his friends. And I did a video talking about the whole situation. It was already going to happen, and I was already going to make that video. I planned on it for a while. I just never actually, established the whole thing and went through with it because I was doing a lot of other stuff that were obviously way more important than, freaking that thing. But I guess it is important to, call these people out and make sure people know about these situations. And, that's why I talked about the little gamer group and their problems. And now I'm talking about this group. Now, I'm sure this is just going to come and go, just like, with the little gamer group, although they're, of course, still harassing me and cyberbullying me, and YouTube's completely fine with that. So, that's just a very good example of somewhere that just is a safe place to be. And, of course, like everybody else that watches stuff on YouTube and stuff, just expect that while you're on the platform, because that's what YouTube wants for you guys and girls and everybody else. So, with that in mind, now, I was not following Andrew Greeny Weirdo. I was for a little bit because I thought things were going to go well, but I just haven't heard anything from them, and I just, was doing my own content and stuff because I do a lot of stuff and a lot of content, and I just never really hear from them. There's a couple times I heard from Andrew. I didn't go back on those messages. I only went back on a couple to show them in this video, to show just how this person is, and being the person who talks trash on my music and my videos now, out of complete nowhere. Like, it wasn't even like it blindsided me. He was always kind of a dick for no reason, and kind of just, a rude person. And that's the thing, like, for no reason at all. For whatever reason, he was just like that on our first conversations. And I asked Greeny Weirdo, and I was like, is he always like this? And he tells me, yeah, he's always like this. And sometimes I have to tell people that that's just how Andrew is, and this, that. And it's like, okay. And so that's the guy, Andrew, that makes all of your content, that makes all the ideas. And I mean, like, it makes sense. All the characters that are, like, pricks in movies and stuff like that are just rude people as, like, CEOs, and they're like the antagonists and they're bad guys, but they make themselves look like the good guy. They make all this money and do all this business, and they try to think that they have all this power and authority over people, just like Joshua the Alpha Shadow Hot Clone, by the way, who he's becoming to be because he's getting all this money from. He's not making no plays. Like, he's not doing anything gaming wise that everybody has not done yet. Like, I've done way more plays than that kid will ever do in his entire life, and I've outplayed him in a 1v1 in Modern Warfare 2019, but he deleted that. So it's like, what does he do that I don't? I'm just saying, an example here, an analogy. I mean, let's just keep it completely 1,000 with y'all. I mean, what is so special about him that he's getting all this stuff that I'm not? I'm just saying. And that's just an example, because he doesn't have any skills, talents, or abilities. He doesn't have anything entertainment-wise. No humor, no comedy, no nothing, no charismatic, no charisma or nothing about him. And it's the same with this group, because, I watched their videos, and it just seems like a complete copy and paste of Vanoss and his crew, and it's just completely confusing why someone would think this is like an idea to go forward with, or why no one said, hey, hasn't Vanoss already did this, and no one noticed it. It just didn't make any sense. So, with that in mind, so that's basically who Andrew is, and he acts like he has a lot of knowledge or something like that, but then he goes back and looks at my content, seems like, and actually, I'll wait for that, but I'm going to preface this and give a little bit of a thing on what he has said. And he basically says, oh, I don't understand your content. How do you not understand my content, but you're going to copy and paste from Vanoss's content? If you know Vanoss, which Greeny Weirdo has admitted, I probably have a text where he has admitted he knows about Vanoss already, and he said, oh yeah, I'm inspired by Vanoss. It's like, bro, you're way more than inspired, because everything you do is exactly the same as his, like even the thumbnails. And the funniest part of how me and him met, and this is how it all started, was because I had an old school friend from school. Her name was Erica, and I knew a couple of Ericas, funny enough, but this one, you know, made a post or whatever. He commented, and I looked at his like Facebook, because it wasn't like a normal one. It had like words on it, and I'm like, okay, this stands out a little bit. I want to see what this is. I think it might be like a YouTuber or something. Turns out that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, well, shoot, you know, if he makes content, let's do a little bit of a collaboration. You feel what I'm saying? Because if he knows someone that I went to school with, then, you know, he's got to be around that area, and he was in Arizona. And it seemed like it would have went well, but, you know, I don't know about Greeny, but for Andrew, I don't think me and him obviously don't see eye to eye. We don't agree on everything, because for whatever reason, now he's became one of the people that talk trash on my channel, wants to try to critique what I do just because they don't understand it. And hey, I mean, it explains itself. He doesn't understand it, so he wants to talk trash on something he doesn't understand. That's messed up. You know, it's like it's a foreigner coming into America and then talking trash on them. Like, that's unfair. That obviously shouldn't happen at all. So with that said, why don't you understand it? Why don't you try to understand it? Do the research. That doesn't take much. I mean, what don't you understand? What is there not to understand? How is it so hard to see what I do and just and not be able to understand it? Like, I feel like he thinks he's putting it on such a like pedestal or such like a high type of intelligence thing that he just doesn't understand it. Is basically what I'm hearing. Because otherwise, like, if he doesn't understand it, then it's like either he needs to up his intelligence or like do more research, or something's wrong with him or something. And I'm talking about Andrew, because there's no way you can do funny moments stealing from Vanoss and then not know and not see what I do and not understand it, because I have those elements in my stuff. In my opinion, I like my content more than Vanoss, but, you know, that's just my opinion. And I like Vanoss, but I really like my content. I like Merc Music, but I really like my content. Let's see, how many more examples can I put? How about I'm Suda and his friends, because I talked about him years ago on X Deadlies. I'm Suda, freaking She Knives. I'm Suda's friends that I don't remember the name of, that his group plays with. I used to watch them back in the day. I haven't watched them recently, but those are just some examples that, like, you know, I have elements of. I just, in my opinion, I do it better than them. And sure, they might have really good edits and really good this, really good that, but I just like my content, and I'm proud of what I did and what I have achieved as one person. So, just saying. Going back onto it, though, I feel like he just kind of, speaking of putting himself on a pedestal, he puts himself on a pedestal. He puts himself in very high regard, but he doesn't have nothing to show for it. Like, he's narcissistic and egotistical for no reason at all. And, you know, if for something that you want to bring people together in, that's just not the way to do it. Like, he does the complete opposite. It's like FaZe Clan going corporate, like they've gone recently. I don't remember when I started doing business stuff, and the original FaZe group is all like, you know, they don't have control over everything anymore. Now it's like a business guy or something. And, you know, that was in the news for a while when Scarce was doing that. And I'm sure Philip DeFranco talked about it. So, you know, obviously I have knowledge about these things because I know about these things. And that's where, like, I think that Joshua has kind of gone into. He went corporate, he sold out, all of that. Like, FaZe Clan, yeah, they had that happen or whatever, and, you know, they had the gambling problem and Bryce and all that, you know, years ago too. But I think Joshua has done, like, even worse than that, you know, the Alpha Shadow Hot Clone. And then it seems like there's no authenticity anymore. There's no originality, authenticity anymore at all. I feel like I'm the last one of, like, a dying breed. I'm like the last one that's actually authentic, original. And not just that, but I'm one person that I've been paving and carving my path and making my sculpture and making my freaking history, making my freaking statues and building legendary grand entertainment from the ground up. And I've been doing it all myself. But then you have Andrew over here, just because he comes up with ideas for his little group, which, how is he coming up with ideas? He just looks at Vanoss Gaming's channel. Is that a way of looking at ideas? Because everything that I've looked at on Greeny Weirdo's channel specifically, I haven't looked at all of them, but I mean, Greeny has admitted himself, and Andrew said they made the same type of content. He explained to me basically what Vanoss makes, and I looked at Greeny Weirdo's channel, and it's the exact same thing as Vanoss Gaming's entire content. So I don't know if he thinks he's, like, very smart for copying a channel that's, you know, been doing that for 10 plus years as I have, not on the same channel, mind you, but I mean, what is so special about Andrew's skill that he thinks he has, or this talent he thinks he has, or some ability that he thinks he has, when all he is doing is just stealing from Vanoss? And then now he thinks he has all this knowledge and all this extra stuff and power and all this, and it's like, no, that's not how life works. Reality is, I'm someone you want to look up to, not Vanoss. I'm a channel you want to see and see how this works. Matter of fact, even better, the best result you can get and the best outcome you can get for your channel and everything you're doing is by asking me directly, hey, Zach, hey, the homie Zach710, how do you do this? How should I do it? Can you give me some tips and tricks? That's what Joshua did back in 2016. The Alpha Shadow Hot Clone, that's what he did. He asked me, I gave him a little bit, and then he ran off with it and thinks he can rule the world and freaking do better than me instead of, you know, living his own life, instead of, you know, being freaking liking men, so, and liking me. But I don't swing that way. I like females all day, every day, 24/7, 365. You already know what it is. But anyway, the reason why I'm making this video and the reason why I'm talking about this is because since I've made a live stream of part 1 of this, the problem with Greeny Weirdo, Andrew Wright and their group, I don't know what it's called or whatever, ever since I made that video yesterday and I live streamed it and I talked about it, I got blocked from Andrew himself. I will be showing that in a second. Excuse me, I just explained a couple things. I should have drank more water or something. So it's funny because what I was trying to say earlier too, for the longest time I've not been blocked. I knew this guy since last year. For probably not a full year, probably maybe. Actually, I think when I moved was June 2024, and that was to California. Not this place, but the more northern California than here. And when I moved there, I met them out of nowhere. It was very random, very spontaneous, and it just happened. And we all talked and met each other, and boom, that was that. And I only met two of the crew, like the mind behind it, I guess you could say, quote unquote, Andrew, and then Greeny Weirdo, which is like leading the whole crew. Something like that. And around that time, that was when everything started. So not a full year, so about like 9 months or something, or 8 months, I don't know, 10 months. No matter what, it was around that time. I didn't look at the text. I could probably look at it right now, actually, and see what it says, but it doesn't say anything. So now there's two things that could have happened here. There is A, he could have just deleted his Instagram completely, and that was that. Although I looked at Instagram and it showed like, you know, the person with no face or whatever, it's just like a default type of thing, and that's when you know you got blocked by someone. But the second time I checked it and refreshed it, his profile picture showed up, so I'm sure I'm blocked, which is B, what could have, the second thing that could have happened, B, is that I got blocked. Now, why would I get blocked? How would I get blocked? Well, I did make a video talking about something that, you know, needed to be talked about, especially when this random is just going to my channel to talk trash because he doesn't understand what I do, basically. That's his excuse. So basically, unreasonably just crying and whining in the comments, I don't understand why you're not pro at Apex Legends. Oh, I don't understand your music. Why don't you do a roast track about this person? I'm going to give you ideas. Which I did do that roast track, and it's actually in the other room. I don't know if I'll actually do it, though, because I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, why would I do a roast track about, you know, that stuff? Like, it's just, if you want to do a roast track, go for it. Diss track, go for it. Whatever you want to do, go for it. I invented the idea of roast track, so I take the credit for something that I did, and I claim the credit for that. But I don't really care that much, to the point where this would have never happened if Tuba didn't come back to talk trash for no reason again. And I think, like, after months of him doing that, even though he said he supported me and he subscribed and all that, even with that known and said, if he didn't do that, I wouldn't be making this video right now. But you know what? It's a good thing. It's a good thing, because not everybody has to be friends. Not everybody has to see eye to eye. Not everybody has to be, you know, agreeing with each other. Not everyone has to. And if you don't like someone, don't be around them. Don't do anything around them, etc. Whatever the case may be. Just don't be around them if you don't like someone. Simple. Very, very simple. Do you see me around Joshua or the Little Gamer Group? No, because firstly, I don't even know anybody from the Little Gamer Group in real life besides Joshua, the Alpha Shadow Hot Clone. And then if, you know, JJ Orange, if he's still doing all that stuff, I'm not saying he is, but if he's still doing all that stuff that's unnecessary, then, well, that's why I'm not around JJ Orange. And, you know, X-Razor Wire and all those other people. But it's just the way it is right now, and I love the way it is right now, because I'm in my zone. I mean, I always am, but without distractions being around, you know, without losers trying to bring me down from winning. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, go down to that level. You know, I'm not gonna dumb it down. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on from all that and go to the text here. So these are my texts that I sent to him, the very last ones. That was yesterday, and I might have did that live stream yesterday, but I don't know, because it's still processing, and part one isn't even fully live streamed, so I don't even know myself of what's going on there. But yeah, so that's there. And I texted him, yo, how you been? You doing good? How's Greeny and them? I don't know his usernames, so, you know, that's something I just said. I don't know his username, so I can't talk to him. I looked him up once, don't care, couldn't find him, not my problem. Yeah, so, what's it called? Sent him that, and this morning when I woke up, I just said, what's up? You too busy for my messages now? And then after that, I got blocked. So, because I came back 5 hours later, and that's how I got here now. Because I, again, went to sleep for like 20 minutes, even though, I don't know, I think I was up for like a couple hours or something, and then went to sleep and woke up, and I thought that was a 20-minute sleep, but I don't know, honestly don't remember. But anyways, anyway, and anyhow, and anywho, and anyways. Those are the texts, and that just shows right there that he just didn't text me back for some reason, and he's just being scared of me. I don't know, you know, I don't know how to explain that. No response at all. And I scrolled up a little bit, and I just, I really want to show this, because it's so weird how, I don't know how to explain it. So, I'm going to show you guys the first text that we have sent. And, you know, I'm just talking about moving in, and then the part at the bottom is where I want to get to. But can't wait to actually conversate. I didn't get time for that, so that didn't happen. And so I'm just hyping it up. And so this is the part I wanted to get to. He said, by the way, since I'm subscribed to you, I see all your videos, and I'll check them out for a second. I'm going to be honest. I really don't know what you upload, to be honest. A title exists for a reason, Andrew. A title exists. Oh my... See, what they're used to is these copy-paste, copying Vanoss and everything they do and stealing their content and his crew's content. Everything that is what they know. So they should know at least, like, that's in basically every one of my videos, every one of my streams, every one of the things that I make. Even my music has at least one joke in it, and if not, well, then it's a song, and without the joke. But it's like, what the freak do you not understand? What is so hard to understand? Like, what? Okay. And then he says, I don't understand, like, any of it. I don't know what you're talking about in any of your videos, to be honest. Well, then expand your mind. Open your mind. Quit being so closed-minded. And so he says, I think because it doesn't pertain to me. So it just seems like ramblings about concepts I'm not familiar with. Even when I see your titles, I'm like, what are you talking about? The only ones that you made sense are, like, the ones you're talking about rating drinks. So it's not... He completely just doesn't try to understand. He's just basically saying that he doesn't like it. Because what else would he be saying here? Because... there's nothing that's hard to understand unless you just don't know about it, and that's as simple as that. And I get it. No one in the Little Gamer Group understands how I do these things, and they don't know about these things. They don't hit the clips I hit because they don't know. I don't know what I was saying. I don't know if the camera got hot or what. I didn't see it on the phone because when I looked back at the phone, it said it just closed camera. I don't know. But that's also where it gets confusing when he says it doesn't pertain to him. You would think that if it doesn't pertain to him, he wouldn't watch it. But then the videos that he says that he basically doesn't like right here, he comments on them saying how much he doesn't like them, as the Tuba account or whatever. That's where I get confused, because it's like, if you don't care about it, why are you watching it still? Why are you going to tell me that you don't like it? What makes you think I care about your comment? Who are you to comment on my stuff and to think that your opinion matters and to think that what you're saying matters in the whole grand scheme of things? Like, who are you to even say any of this stuff? You are someone that copies from Vanoss and is trying to profit off of someone else's work. Like, what are you talking about? So, you know, it's just something that a lot of cringe randoms say. And it is what it is, you know. There's not much you could do for them. Like, it's done. He says he watches them, but he doesn't think Greeny Weirdo does. And I was telling him basically that my reviews are better. He says that I'm rating drinks, so that's obviously, like, you know, it kind of gets to a point where I think, like, I feel like mental stuff is, like, involved somehow. Like, you know, I don't know, like, mental problems or something. Who's the hair on me? I'm not even trying to say your content is bad. Well, that's the only thing that you're saying so far. There's no other explanation for how you're explaining it. That's the thing. And, you know, he tries to change what the narrative of basically what he's saying, and it's just not going to work that way. You either are going to say how you feel completely, or you're going to say that I don't like your content, but I'm going to say that I'm not saying that I don't like your content. It's like, which one is it? If you like the content, then like the content. If you don't like the content, I don't care what you have to tell me or what you got to say. I've been doing this way longer, and I know what I'm doing because I don't steal no content. Like, come on, son. I just don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. You're like a podcaster, but not. I mean, I have the Legendary Grand Entertainment Show, and I've had podcast-like episodes, and I've had podcast-like shows. And yeah, you could say I'm a podcaster too, but it's not that I'm not. I just do my content. Like, if you can't describe my content or understand my content, I've explained it in the majority of my content completely. Like, the majority of my videos, live streams, what I say every single time is Legendary Grand Entertainment is mine, and what I do is what I do. I don't specifically stand in one genre of things. You can't put me in one category. It's multiple categories, countless categories, countless things that I do, countless things. You can't just stick me in one place. That's why when I say I'm a pro gamer, yeah, I'm a pro gamer. Yeah, I hit trick shots in public match, you know, I pub stomp and all this stuff. But how is a funny content or a funny moment content creator, we'll just say, even though, you know, he's not a content creator, steals content, so it's not a content creator at that point. How does someone like Andrew steal content from other people, but a funny moment content creator, will say, quote unquote, like I said, how does a funny moment content creator know what a pro is, or a professional player of a video game, like an esports player, professional in any, you know, sense of the word? Because I don't see any content of him that he's uploading that's in anything esports related or anything professional, competitive. I don't see him on any rosters. I don't see in his bio leader of this team, member of this team. I don't see any of that. So that's where I get confused, because Why does he think his opinion matters when he hasn't even participated in anything even remotely close to that stuff? Because I have at least participated in my own custom lobbies, in my own matches that were ranked. I haven't done ranked. I've done a lot of public matches. So, I mean, you can't really bring it all to one random game that I'm playing and then saying that I can't retire because I never went pro. But, like, you're going to say that you don't understand it and then comment something that obviously you don't understand. So it's like, so the thing that you said that you weren't going to do and that you're not doing, which is not liking the content or saying that my content's bad, but then you're going to say my content's bad. Like, which one is it, Andrew, right? Like, what are we doing here? It's so confusing. And then I get blocked because you can't accept and admit your mistakes. Like, it's completely weird. But, you know, there's got to be those types of people out there in the world, and there's way more than just him. You know, so I don't know. This is him blocking me. This is the proof. I can't really, like, prove it besides the picture. But you know how on some of them it says the freaking picture, it shows the picture, and then there's some that doesn't. Yeah, so that's he blocked me. I mean, I could show a video of like a video recording, but I don't have the time for that. So okay, it's been a good couple hours since I've been out here, and it's still feels good with all the heat and stuff, but don't know what the heck I was talking about. Not gonna lie. So I want to do these 2 video ideas that I have right now, and then I've been playing Shadow the Tomb Raider, but bro, I'm stuck on this one part, so I might have to Google it. Not gonna lie, because I had to Google one part. So I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of Googling just to beat the game, because I really like the games, but bro, it's not even that they're hard or like to figure out. But sometimes, like, for some reason, some games, they develop to a certain, there's certain points to games where it's like at a certain point you need when you need a strategy guide or like cannot figure it out whatsoever. That's when, like, they should put this like certain rating on a game or something. But anyway, so I don't know. I think I'm probably just gonna run some Minecraft, honestly. That's all I can think about, because I cannot find any other way to freaking beat that. And honestly, I don't know. I wanted to Tomb Raider, but whatever. Got the picture for the, like, him obviously blocking me. Like, I have the picture with the, when it shows his profile picture. I deleted the one that doesn't show his profile picture just to show proof that he actually did block me, where it says user not found. And I don't know why, because like stuff could get easily solved if you just talk to people, but when you just like back away and hide after talking trash, it's like that's not a good look. Like, that just obviously shows that you're not a good person and you don't have any good morals at all. You like have no morality whatsoever, and you don't care enough to be a man and an adult and talk to another human being to figure stuff out. And that's where I'm confused. Anyways, let's get this video done with, because I don't got time to explain all this. So he says, but you title it LGE Reviews, which is Legendary Grand Entertainment. I don't know what he's trying to say here, even though you don't really play games on the channel. So I don't know if he's saying that I have to play games on Legendary Grand Entertainment for it to be review on that channel. I don't know what he's like. He's overcomplicating it for no reason at all. Like, it's very simple to understand. Legendary Grand Entertainment's channel isn't for specifically gaming, for one, and second, it's not a gaming channel, so that goes in for that. But also, it's not where I make content as the homie ZXinfinite on that channel. There's ideas and concepts, yes, but there's none being executed and going through right now. So as of right now, no, there's not any content that has gaming involved with the whole company and brand, because I don't have that going on. Because if I did, then there would be more gaming on that channel. But until the everything works for that, it's not going to happen. Also, a couple times my phone overheated, and I figured out that's what the problem was earlier, and why camera kept stopping. But I don't think it will as fast, so I think I'll have time to finish up this video. But I don't know why he's overcomplicating stuff that isn't even his to even like worry about. I don't know why he's worrying about my content and how I do things and all this other stuff, and then wants to criticize it, quote unquote, and wants to talk trash and talk down on it because he doesn't understand it, or that he wants it to go this way and I'm not doing it his way. It reminds me of a couple of people, and I'm not going to mention any, you know, people that are with, you know, Slimbini 82 as in the boyfriend or whatever, but like, when people are so much on your case and it's another male, that's when you know something fruity going on, something sweet. So I don't know, that's sus. I don't swing that way. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that, because I like females. If like the other person, whoever else likes males, go for it. I don't care. More for you, more females for me. And then he says, oh wait, never mind, it was Grand Entertainment, not gaming. Right, my bad. So I don't know, like, if I feel like he's talking trash basically, but acting like, you know, everything's all good. He's basically trying to use cognitive dissonance to like talk trash on it, but say it in the nicest way possible, if that makes sense. I guess I'll just say that. That's my best explanation for now, and I think that explains what I'm trying to say. because he's trying to like say that this is how this should work if it was the way I'm explaining it, and because it's not the way that I'm explaining it, that's how it should work, and what you're doing basically doesn't make sense, is what he's saying. If what I just said did not make sense, it's fine, because it was him saying that, and that's like what he's saying in his analogy that he's trying to make that doesn't make any sense, so it's not even an analogy. So yeah, I don't know, it like doesn't make any sense to me. So the last part is him blocking me. I already showed this profile not available, user, etc. So again, in conclusion, I'll get to that in a minute, but first thing I want to say is whether he blocked me or deleted his account, it's very coincidental. The timing is super coincidental. Like right after I make part 1, I don't even know if it's fully uploaded and updated and processed or what. I'm gonna check right now actually, because I got to get this split screen thing off, because I have camera in one tab and then I got another tab of photos so I can see the picture. Still processing. I honestly don't know how. I'm gonna reset my phone after this and then upload this video. But it really confuses me, because like I don't even have words for how unnecessarily worthless and useless this whole situation is, and why Andrew Wright is trying his hardest possible to try to like talk trash. But it doesn't make sense to me. Like, just directly message me. Like, you already did it before and you talk trash, so it wouldn't be anything new for you, and you thought I didn't see that, you thought I wouldn't know this. But it's like, I always knew that Andrew didn't like what I did. I didn't care, but I knew it, and I guess he thought that I didn't know or something. Don't take kindness for weakness is one thing that I'll say for sure. Because people like me leave more of an impact on people than just random people that are rude to other people, and that are rude and not respectful and just no discipline. Like, when you show all that and you do all that to other people, unlike me, then it's just wrong. But if you're respectful to everybody you meet and all your homies, all your fans and everything, you're going to be remembered. People are going to remember you. If I ever have a meet and greet, they're going to be like, yo, remember that one time with the homies ZXinfinite, we joked around about this, and he was such a cool dude. I want to watch more of his stuff, buy more stuff, etc. And it's not me trying to push a marketing thing. Like, if you buy my stuff, heck yeah, I'm all down for it. If you send donations, heck yeah, I'm down for it. If you watch my content, heck yeah, I'm down, so on and so forth. Like my content, subscribe, follow, whatever. That's cool with me. But if you don't, that's cool with me. If you want to do that to Andrew, do that. It's cool with me. Do that for Greeny Weirdo, do that. It's cool with me. Do that for anybody in their group, do it. I don't care. What I care about is my fans and my people. One of my purposes here on Earth is to create things for other people to enjoy. I've been doing it for all my life. I've been doing it on the internet for 12 years and, you know, other places. And 13 years actually. And I will not stop. Next year's going to be 14. I'm not ever going to stop, because this is my life. This is everything to me. It's this serious and deep to me. This is everything. Legendary Grand Entertainment, anything that has to do with it, internet, real life, doesn't matter where it's at, when it is, how it's happening, everything, all the above. Because this is what I do, and that is why I'm doing this video, because this is what I want to do. Simple, very, very simple. And if simple-minded people can't understand what requires critical thinking, even things that are effortless to understand, and things that just require the simplest common sense, then I can't help you. But what I can help you with is just by trying out my stuff, trying out listening to my music, trying out watching my music videos, watching my content, watching my live streams, and watch it. Give it a try before you say you don't like it. Give it a try before you say you like it. Give it a try. And if you don't like it, don't ever come back. You don't have to. If you like it, you are welcome every single day of the week, every day of the year. I will put down this welcome mat. It's already there for you. I don't even got to put it down, because I've already put it down as soon as I started Legendary Grand Entertainment when I was born, July 2nd, 2001. And since that day, and since I found it 20 years later, ever since, that's when I fully designed the rug, fully finished, freaking final version. The first version was just when I was born, but 20 years later, when I finally founded it and I made it completely, is that right there. That's when I made it, and everything ever since then will not be the same. The whole world's impacted and will be impacted by Legendary Grand Entertainment, and that's just the truth. So you can like it or not like it, your choice. I'm still gonna do it no matter what. I'm never, ever gonna stop for nothing. That's what it is. So hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a Legendary Grand day. Peace, love, prosperity, positivity. Enjoy your life that you're living. We only get one. Live it to the fullest. Live your best life. I love each and every single one of y'all, and I'm grateful. I appreciate it. It feels good. It feels good to be back. So it's been your boy, the homie ZXinfinite, and peace to y'all.